Oh my
All right,
goodness!
all right,
All this content.
all right. All right, baby, let me double check. Pretty sure we are live and we are recording. But man, let me triple check.
The
Uh,
first 7 minutes, you should just play the show.
just to repeat.
What
All right,
are we waiting
everybody.
on?
It seems like that we are live. So welcome everyone to our first official Tell Me I'm the Greatest podcast. And I'm your first official co-host, and I finally got you guys, Travis Bagent here. Travis, can you please let us know how hard have it been for us to get you on here to fulfill in this arm wrestling world requests?
For some reason, every single time that for the past 15 years, when someone would mention the word podcast, immediately nerd is what bounced into my head, right? Really strange, weirdo camera guy. No, I have been against that's everything inside of me says I'm too cool to have a podcast. I am the guest on people's podcasts. That's the kind of superstar I am. And no sooner than yesterday, the beast has been resurrected through ESPN, as you all know. And I just want to say to all my arm wrestling sponsors, I have gotten 350 emails from every one of you wanting to do business with the beast. So I would like to officially, not only is this the #1 first podcast ever for Tell Me I'm the Greatest, Travis Bagent Unfiltered, but it is the resurrection of any organization that these guys would like to put money in. So, arm wrestling sponsors, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to work for Ingen Terzi at the East vs. West. I am going to commentate every match. If you want to sponsor the Beast while he is on air at the East vs. West, bring your money to the table. Next thing is I will be running the biggest arm wrestling the two biggest arm wrestling events in the United States. I've already secured the $35,000 needed to make sure that one person makes more money at my tournament than any other place. From a pure purse athletic, you won the money arm wrestling standpoint. And we will have a couple big tournaments, not this one-on-one stuff. Too much competition to deal with.
Yeah, you're not trying to create another king of the table, are you?
So thank you to ESPN, the National Football League, and Tyson, Bagent. Get your trading card at pullingfortherams.com. We have about 31 of these 175 left.
Yeah, where's my 13 that I ordered by accident?
Yeah, I looked at yours. All yours was declined. Needed permission from Lindsay. Declined.
That's usually very accurate. I'm like, yo, why is this apps on my phone are free? Like, I have all this subscription I'm not paying for. And she's like, hey, you fucking buy another app. I'm like, oh, that's where they're getting charged to. All right, my bad, Doug. My bad. I was just thinking this Photoshop came free. We need content. Son. Man, so yeah, please everybody go to pullingfortherams.com. You can purchase, there's many options. You can buy $100 card, which I did and I'm waiting for, or you can buy everything else on there as long as you have
all the
$1,000.
merchandise has already been delivered. If you don't have your card, there must be a problem.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
If you don't have your card, yeah, I've got it marked delivered on my app. Delivered.
Oh man, I'm in trouble. Hey, so for those who have not seen, there's something important I want you guys to talk about. Yesterday, me and Lindsay sitting outside on the porch. My buddy Kevin is like, "Yo, dog, you need to check out this crazy clip of Travis and Tyson they got on ESPN." I'm like, "All right, let me see that. Let me see." I'm like, so I'm opening it up. Tyson looking like a beast. I'm like, yeah, I'm pausing it. I'm like, honey, look, ESPN done crazy thing on Tyson. We need to watch this. 30 seconds in, Travis's mug comes on the screen. I'm like, all right, we're gonna see some arm wrestling here. Your boy Travis got it good. But no, this was like 5 minutes of straight arm. It was a recap of pulling John. I'm like, this guy, there's a middle of NFL draft, and we're recapping pulling John. Have Sivan called you for like, yo, bro, thank you for highlighting the best year of my life?
I did talk to Savan yesterday. I hit him up, and then he was on his podcast. So then he put the trailer on. And when it got to that part, he's like, stopped it. I filmed that. So he was tripping about that. So it was good.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
Man, was any of your footage used?
No, I don't have to sue ESPN for this one. We're good. I was thinking maybe try this little name dropping or something, but it's all good.
You saw yourself in the credits, though. There's no doubt about that.
I saw myself in your eyes. That's all it needs. I'm like, I know his current president in arm wrestling have something to do with me, so I'm good. I don't need any words to come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, that was great. What did they ask you? They asked you two things. First, they asked you about what you think realistically Tyson will be drafted. It was awesome. We're like, my man. Number one.
My man, come on.
What's wrong with you?
I think that they think that I'm supposed, if you raise the platform high enough, that I am supposed to be nervous and humble.
Uh-huh.
Do you envision that as well? I think that happens with a lot of people in life, right?
Right. You put them on the high enough.
Everybody, you change your tune.
Yeah,
you change your tune when you're around someone that you perceive, or at least the public does, that they are intelligent or have some experience and knowing. So when they put the Heisman Trophy winner, the number one draft pick in the world, right in front of me, right? What I could tell is that all of those times where I thought that I was a professional athlete and a dynamic personality and a charismatic human being, it all just affirmed it that I am a bad dude when I'm sitting there talking to that fucking guy.
Right, because you're repeating the same thing.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm on, dude. Listen, no assembly required, batteries included. All you got to do is take me out the box, and I am ready.
That same day shipping, be good to go, Travis.
And this is why, because I'm not lying to myself. I am this exact human being 24/7.
Lindsay is hearing us, and Lindsay wants to remind you also told your own son on ESPN that you will never be as good as your own craft.
So let's talk about what I meant.
Moment.
Let's talk about what I meant by that, okay?
Hold on. Were you, because I didn't even have to replay back, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they were watching 2016 WL finals too.
100%, right? And not only that.
I don't know why you always want to argue with me that it was not one of your coolest days.
Well, here's the deal with it is the WAL promotion, Steve Kaplan, ESPN, they made that platform equal to that is the exact camera crew that the NFL uses.
Okay. Gotcha.
There's nothing different between CAA, IMG, Fox Sports. Steve Kaplan at that point in time was so ridiculously invested in production. I am that tournament, regardless of what Ingrid Terzi or any European arm wrestler wants to say, that broadcast created the best arm wrestler in the world at that exact moment. And if the world is only North America, well, guess what? So is football. So I'm okay with it, right? If you are sitting somewhere in Uzbekistan and you don't agree with anything that I'm saying from an arm wrestling standpoint, I understand. But if you live in North America, everybody knows that the super heavyweight class at that WAL was the shit. And it was the third year, whatever it was, to where everybody was there. Not one arm wrestler in North America did not want one of those titles.
For sure. Yeah.
It
was the hottest thing. Yeah. And even the Igor's present was so heavy in the world too, to where a bunch of Europeans wanted it too. They were just too scared to admit it or say that or even try to do so.
No doubt. And then I see how the competition at that tournament, for me, which was Dave and Jerry, I see their success from that point on in the world. So I know that that level is top level arm wrestling, right? And that was the very tail end of what I experienced for 15 years was when I walk into the arm wrestling promotion building situation, I am the number one guy there from a media standpoint. So I'm just letting him know that I don't know if that can be done on a team sport.
What do you mean? Like when you on any? I got you. Like you
that whole length of time.
Yeah.
That length of time where you are the number one attraction.
Right. You have to be either like really so crazy to where like all the attention is on you, right? To where like outside of your sport, to where like you this insane personality, right? Or I don't even know if being so good really helps you, right? I mean, I guess it does, right? Like,
I mean, that day in Las Vegas, that weekend, for me, would be the equivalent of Tyson just throwing 20 passes, 20 touchdowns, winning a Super Bowl, 140 to nothing.
Right. And Tom Brady is looking there just lost. Right.
Yeah.
Because that's, that's like year before that. It's kind of, that's almost like sad. There's not that many people who can actually witness, like, especially there's not that like normal footage from those years, because you can clearly see, like, keep in mind, like the 2015 year before, like that right hand footage of yours make you look like so normal. Like, yeah, Jerry and Dave way too much. I'm going to go ice my shit real quick. You know what I mean? And then next year, you just come back and kill everybody. You know what I mean? It's
yeah, but man, are you telling me that first match with Dave in 2015 was not a solid indication?
Dude, you have to remind me on that.
Yeah, because I mean, that's a 20-second match back and forth. I mean, it's on. And then 20 seconds later, I got to pull Jerry. But it could have been that I won that and Dave would have had to pull Jerry right there.
Right. It's one of those funny moments to where basically I guess you kind of could have been that guy that day if like the cards worked out, but instead like...
well, let's put it this way. When I'm arm wrestling in 2015 and 14, I'm on a $100,000 contract.
You're also working. Yeah, you also
every month, I got this 83-34 coming in the building. I don't know how hard I worked out 14 and 15. Come 2016, I have been canned and now working the Supercross events. So I was a whole different person when it comes to that prize money. 2014 and 15, that prize money was getting reimbursed for the contract. In 2016, that 40 is just sitting there. And I need it.
Yeah. Then we talk about all this money. I even skipped $20 super chat from
Whoa.
Grinders Arm Wrestling. Greatest podcast ever. Thank you, John. John been checking our shit almost every morning, messaging me, watching the show.
John, get one of these cards. It'll be worth $1 million here in about 12 years.
12. All right, you just need to hold on to that, put it in your attic. Don't lose it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And I accidentally folded your card one time, Artem, but no big deal. I feel like that gives it character. It gives it character.
That crease makes it unique. There's 174 flat cards, and there's only one that's folded by Travis Bagent. Better than that. No, he folded it back in 2016.
Had to save on shipping.
So yeah. He folded it back in 2016 when his hands were worth something.
So can you tell me, did we get any feedback from the controversy of my predictions with the East, and then a couple of days later, my contradiction with the West? Did any of that go over well? Or do we even have enough listeners for this to even be a debate?
It wasn't too in depth. There's some people that cut on super fast and they were cool with it. There are a lot of people that did not watch either one, so it made them, oh man, I agree with Travis. You know what I mean? I'm like, which Travis you agree with, right? It's kind of funny. To where it made me think, like, what do you think is the most repetitive question of this channel for the past 26 fucking shows?
How about, Travis, when are you coming back to arm wrestling?
Right. This is the number one question. So at this point, I feel like I like what we're doing, but I feel like that should be our new segment. It should be you answering this in 26 different fucking times. And it's better.
All right. Well, let's just go with the first one.
Hold on, there's a question in the comments. Hey, when does Travis gonna come back?
All right, so I'm gonna give it to you. The first answer is never. Stop asking. There's no such thing as arm wrestling fans. I already told you all that.
Oh, come on, man. What if there's something that's gonna come out? They have an arm wrestling table waiting for Travis to walk in one day. Give up on arm wrestling, start doing pizza deliveries, and then Travis comes in and with the pizza. Oh man, you have a table? Are you an arm wrestling fan? I used to do this.
Oh, yeah, hey, I tell you, I would love. I feel like one of these days, hopefully, I make it, to an old man. But one of these days, I'm gonna just randomly catch somebody at the beach, dressed like an old dude, trying to act like he's gonna whack everybody at arm wrestling. Or I'll run into schoolboy back when he's 14 at the park. But if I ever do, that'll be a good one.
Man, you're almost acting like as the people in comments that when you used to do Cooper tires, like, oh, we just want Levon to come in and crush Travis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to be Levon.
You not want to be those guys. Oh man, you're making me sad. Cause I feel those people in comments. We always want, it's like you're missing an opportunity, right? Like one more year and maybe Travis cannot come back, right? So I feel people's perspective, right? Is everybody wants to see you come back yesterday because the opportunities slowly fading away.
Yeah, but as I watch, I'm going to be so dominant left-handed the first day I'm back. Is it really? I think just listen, here's what I can urge all you guys. Right. Just keep acting like I'm the champ right now. Because listen, I'm 2 weeks away from being the champ again and it's boring.
Yeah, but you wanted that right hand too.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Saban did something to my pec there. I don't know about that. Can you get Vitacell on the phone immediately so I can see if this is possible?
I'll call Robert right now.
Call Robert right now. I'm wondering can we get him on the podcast? Can we send him an invite?
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's see if I can get to the nitty gritty as to, because first of all, I don't do illegal drugs like the rest of the arm wrestling world. So I need this to be straight up, legit physical therapy.
Well, I don't know about physical therapy. It's legit stem cells, right? I'm messaging Robert right now.
My insurance says physical therapy. That's the check will come. It'll say physical therapy. What Robert does with the check is up to him.
Just put coaching. Just put coaching.
Physical therapy is the only thing I have. I get like $37 every 6 months for physical therapy.
You better be careful though. I'll call Robert. We'll send you down to Shreveport, Louisiana. Get you a couple stem cells. You'll come back looking like Bob Brown.
Yeah, boy.
Have you seen Bob and Brent Rakers at that tournament just now, like 2 weeks ago, something?
Who won?
Well, I mean, Brent won, but man, Bob was scary. Bob ran.
Was he Crazy George in him?
He was all right. He ran through whole 98 class like it was not even there, and then like let me pull up Brent. I mean, Brent just crushed him. But hey, without the strap, Bob took that hand. Bob had the. So
are you feeling a little nervous for your Floridian?
I was telling you last time. It's a great match. Me and Jason Latona and Brandon Allen, this guy, like, what's the sleeper card? Or like, what's the match? I'm like, dude, Austin and Bob, I have no fucking idea what's going on. Because Bob's looking brand new, you know what I
mean? Bob hit me because of the SC featured yesterday.
Okay.
Bob said, he quoted the line that you'll never be as good as me. He thought it was classic.
It was pretty classical from you. You have like a couple good ones. There was the one where you're on the boat and that WL footage too. You said something quirky on the boat and shit. And then maybe that the Superman thing came from there. Like we can't fly just yet.
That was from the Game of Arms, but I do remember that boat. I acted like I bought the boat or something. I acted like the boat was mine.
Yeah, you said something like being like, oh, this piece of shit. Every time you're saying something like, oh, this guy's level is like cannot get any worse. And then like you just stop it. It's awesome. Hey.
Well, I'm glad you're a big fan, Arnold.
I'm number one.
That's why I chose you for this first podcast.
Thank you, sir. Been here since day one. Could not wait till the day I met you at Cape Coral, Florida, whatever the fuck, Cape Canaveral. That's what it was.
That was a nice place. We had the sweatshirts in Florida. Everybody's like, "What the hell am I supposed to do with the sweatshirt?"
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I still have mine that says lightweight champion, baby. Hell yeah. Right. Hey, you know what's funny? I feel like YouTube and arm wrestling and like whatever shit is like, I don't know, we're living this every day. But apparently I've been doing this for so long myself that people coming up to me like, yeah, man, I'm at 154. I'm like, yeah, man, I used to be a nationalist at 65. No way you did not. I'm like, oh shit. Am I this old? Like people don't remember I used to be 54 and like competing with all of them and stuff. So
you pulled the 121s that day.
It was 165. You barely.
The day I met you, you was 121 pounds. Pull up the photo. Everybody knows that.
I pulled up the photo last time.
We had just rescued you from one of them camps or something over there in Ossetia or whatever, and got your ass out of there. They wanted you to be a jockey.
You just unloaded me from the freight.
They was training you to be a jockey, man. I had to get you the fuck out of there.
But better luck in arm wrestling.
A new life. You could be the 220-pound champ in America or a jockey in Russia.
At 120 pounds. Yeah.
Nice.
So speaking of weight and that actually, whenever you talk to people around you, like, or you get to fucking any conversation, oh, Travis, I'm an arm wrestler, I'm this and this. Do you find most people will tell you about similar goal? Like, oh man, I don't want to go too crazy. I just want to be like, I want to be like number one guy in my state. I want to be this. Like that. Is that what you normally will say you hear?
Yeah, I mean, there's every kind of person, right? There's that person who is good, but he also has been around. So
Okay.
once you're, you realize you good, but you ain't real good.
Right.
And you got to be careful too where you go, because there's guys that are at another level. So I get those guys that are really wanting. It's funny you ask, because I just booked 2 seminars because of the show yesterday.
Right. So, well, where I'm going with this is, I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but I thought to myself the other day, there's not enough people really. I mean, I hate delusional people. I hate those fucks that want to say something crazy. But at the same time, I feel like there's not enough people are telling me like, yo, I really want to go after LeBron. Like, that's my fucking goal. Like, I don't feel like there's not enough crazy people. And you realize that you probably could have gone crazier the more you kind of step up, right? Like, the more you beat this next guy, like, oh shit, that was like a little closer than I thought. Like, I have a feeling that like more people will tell themselves they were like, yo, I need to go after LeBron, the better off they will be, I think.
Well, and too, I think that it's having everybody feels a certain way when no one's around.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they come up with this plan on either to be true to themselves, even though it will bring scrutiny, right? Or do I just fall in with everyone else, and no matter what I think, I remain like humble? Like, I feel like Paul Lynn's a great example. Brandon Elselsor, great example of guys that went along with the cattle, but in that cattle row, they're like, shit, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not going to disrespect the cattle, but I'm not cattle, and I'm gonna go through the process, but I'm gonna pick up on stuff and take it to another level, because I have my own dreams. Meanwhile, you got guys like Paul and kind of Brandon too, that are so intelligent with how humble they are, and they try not to step outside the box. You know what I mean? And say, hey, listen, I knew I was better than 96% of these slapdicks at first practice, just because I'm an athlete. You know what I mean? So, I think that you got to be careful on thinking that the path you see them on is really the path they're on, or are they just trying to not cause a bunch of waves on there? But they definitely, like, I feel like a guy like you, every time you tell me you have a super match with somebody who's really good, I give the impression to you that you need to stay in your lane. What the fuck are you doing? When the truth is, you ain't interested in that lane. You're like, I'm killing it right now. I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm going to video that shit and go fucking hard. And that is not the normal path. So it really doesn't matter what anybody thinks or says, right? Because you can either be lying, or you can just be, kind of playing it down. And I think you can also know that you've been a slapdick at everything your whole life, and arm wrestling ain't going to change none of that. You're just going to be a sloppy arm wrestler, but you enjoy it, right?
Right. Okay.
You enjoy the experience.
Right. Well, it's funny you said you brought me in there, because you've said plenty of shit. I remember when I was like, well, I'm pretty much always been in the same place, right? But I remember you'd be like, oh, you're too big. You need to go back to like 165 when it was like 185. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. Like, everybody, you always had this perception. Yeah, like, fucking stay in your lane. But
yeah, that's just the normal. That's what it is, right? Because you know that it appears that you are far away from Paul Talbot until you're not.
Right.
And that is a valuable lesson for every arm wrestler. It's like, listen, fuck those people. The guys at your practice are your enemies. Right. Just know that they provide all sort of psychological perception, right? You think they're better than you. You think you're better than them. Both of them are bad ways of thinking, right?
Right.
So just, arm wrestling's tricky, and you got your own path. You got your own path, boy. And then it don't take but 1 second to be like, oh, as soon as I double cap this dude's thumb, everything changes. Now, I know I can't start like that in the tournament, but it's easier to go train that back pressure tomorrow, right? So it's 1 pound of pressure that causes the other guy, his wires to start kind of malfunctioning. So that's it.
Right. So would you agree that, well, I mean, that's what I'm thinking, but would you say to majority of people that their goals should be higher? If somebody tells you like, oh man, I want to do this, I'm like, bro, you can actually be, I'll make fun of you, but you should go stupid.
So what you're really saying is, would I give the advice that you should openly have bigger goals?
Right.
Now you tell me, do you think having open big goals is a great thing to do when you roll into Craig Touye and the Louisiana group? You think it's okay to walk in there with your Facebook Live saying, I'm gonna be the next, middleweight champ of the world. My name is so-and-so, right? So I think that it depends on where you are, who you're training with, who's introducing to you. You should have a ridiculous, unapologetic feeling of yourself, and you should be very careful as to when and where in this arm wrestling world you demonstrate to be completely honest.
Right. You cannot say none of that shit, what I just said, like online, on live, right? You're going to be made fun of and you're the biggest douchebag. Like, no.
Right.
Go fucking to amateurs and do not ever speak of your name ever again. With fucking thoughts.
And all of a sudden, you get Craig in there whacking you rather than
helping you. Right.
So the truth is you snake like a snake like Paul Lynn, right?
Well, I guess
Paul Lynn is everybody's friend.
Yeah, but I don't want to say it in a snaky way and all that. I'm just saying, like, that should be your goal. It is on your way to be a professional about it and don't fuck it up, right? Because Ryan Bowen had those goals, and he did kind of fuck it up as all the sports, and now we all just perceive him as this delusional dude, right? So you do have to carry yourself not like a douchebag, right? So that's
where Ryan fucked up when he started losing to his neighbors.
Right.
Like,
bro. That's the problem. Ryan has the problem of not being real with himself, seems like, right? It's kind of a hard, like, to have the goal of like, I'm gonna go beat this guy that's like, it doesn't even look like me and him from the same planet, while I'm gonna somewhat remain realistic with myself too. Yeah. It's kind of a unrealistic goal, and you have to find how you can carry yourself. It's a lot easier being born Travis Bagent is fucking 290 pounds and don't give a fuck. But yeah.
And also, too, grow up in arm wrestling. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was given to me on a silver platter. Here you go, young man. There's no way you can fail.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah. I want people to have goals, but yeah, I don't want them to be on Facebook Live saying that shit too.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to know that I can feel in my heart that like Paul Lynn knew that he had a plan, right? Sure. On how to take over. And the plan has, I mean, there should be a blueprint on that, how respectful and humble, but how methodical the thing was too, you know what I mean? And then you get to, John Rosing said it, if you don't rise up those rankings at a pretty high level in the first 2 years, just go kill yourself. Like, it's over after that. I mean, he may have used some other words, but that's what I heard.
Right. We all heard that. I have some footage that, yeah. I want everybody to listen to this and, make some decisions, because it took me 9 years to get ranked.
If you're in your fourth year, just give it up.
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe take pride in the local rankings. I will always, whenever I see some fucking like, I'm number 3 in South Dakota, I'm like, go kill yourself. But now, if you just need to be ranked, please take that 3rd place in pride. All right, we need you. We need you to be in here. We need somebody to buy the site.
Yeah, someone had to put that website together.
Right? Exactly. $2 from David Shubich. A tip for Travis's cleaning lady for doing a great job. Yeah, bro, those paper towels been sticking there for 3 episodes.
We've been struggling. We've been struggling around the house, getting ready for a big day. Getting ready for a big day, big weekend around here.
It's not even that the cleaning lady too. You guys been crazy. We've been pumping this podcast so freaking often that we don't even have time. Yeah. We're live. This is the 3rd episode we filmed in 1 day.
Yeah, and this is the trap house anyway. This ain't the Bagent mansion anyway. Come on, man. This is like, this is the trap house, man. That's all good.
That's what it's supposed to be. All right. Yeah, man, I'm almost pissed, like, just watching that video yesterday of Tyson and, like, kind of looking back to how much I've already done participated in the whole thing, too. I'm like, man, I want to be there from 27 to 29. I'm like, I might catch COVID for Pablo and be in Missouri or whatever.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that you'll be with us in our hearts, my man.
Thank you. I'll be there.
That's about as far as we can extend the invitation.
Oh, come on. I've been on
the last thing I need is for him to fall in the numbers and you to have that camera right here. Hey, Travis, what do you think's happening? Man, get out of the house immediately.
We already know what Tyson said. You're going to cry. So I'm going to be waiting for that.
Yeah, what's he talking about?
Oh, man.
The beast doesn't even have tear ducts.
Yeah. Old Tyson said, Pop's growing soft and weak. He didn't even say he might cry. He said he will cry.
Yeah. Well, every once in a while he'll catch me a tear drop from a Hallmark commercial. So he knows. I think he knows. Hard for me to watch any Lifetime television at this time in my life.
When are you leaving your house? What are you supposed to do like this weekend? Like, because
I am so at 12:30 today, I am on a mission to raise money for the Shepherd Rams. So every single day we are pumping up for our pre-draft party this Wednesday. So this Wednesday you'll be able to come to the Mountaineer Pub. You'll get to meet the coaching staff, the players like Ronnie Brown, Joey Fisher, Brian Walker, Tyson Bagent. And it'll just be the last chance that you can kind of celebrate Team 93, the 2022 Shepherd Rams, and attempt to raise as much cash as we can to help Shepherd football and Ezra, his younger brother, continue their dominance in D2 football. So every day, all day, I'm up. Sending invitations to the party, reaching out to local businesses and Shepherd alumni to make sure that they're there and that they understand what we're doing.
Okay, and then are you living somewhere? Are you going with Tyson? Like, where are you at?
I will be remaining with my other family and 3 kids. They will not let me go. I already asked if I could just get rid of the whole family and go live with Tyson, and they said no. So Tyson will be going wherever he's going. We'll be visiting a lot, and then it's life as normal around the Bagent household. He'll do rookie mini camp here in a few weeks, and then he'll get to come home for a couple months. In that time, I've already been back and forth to Turkey, already had the East vs. West finals June 3rd. So unfortunately, he'll go live his life in luxury and superstardom, and he'll probably rarely talk to his family anymore. At least I'm imagining what I would have done if I was in his position.
Helicopter dad.
Yeah, so we'll see.
I post a couple links because my man John is here asking for pulling for the Rams.com link, and the link is in the description, guys. Go check out the card. Travis showed people the card, what they can get at pullingfortherams.com. Show us that Panini card, young man.
Yeah, if you're rich, we got posters, we got football helmets, we got jerseys, we even got championship rings. So if you are one of them pimps of the world, go crazy in that shopping cart. That's how you get in. That's how you'll get invited to the Pro Bowl and the Emmys and the ESPYs and stuff like that one day.
All right, that's awesome.
That's a different list. When you become a $5,000 contributor, there ain't much the beast wouldn't do for you from then on. Now, before yesterday, what could the beast possibly do for you? But today's a different day, Artem.
What we got?
Once you punch in Tyson or Travis Bagent right now, boom, 7 minutes of glory. 6.5 is me. Let's go. We are open for business, ladies and gentlemen.
I can, but Pauline, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know, Travis. You don't see it in comments, but there's somebody who's talking trash to Paul, which I didn't know can happen. Have you ever seen? The person,
man,
have you ever seen the person not like Paul?
Never. Yeah.
Man.
I mean, I feel a little jealous of Paul every once in a while from a promoting standpoint and his relationship with James Reed. You know what I mean? Like they try to take over. They're always trying to take over. So what's that? Yeah, I'm saying I'm down with my boys, but you know, sometimes when you got two buddies and they become buddies, you like, yo, what is going on here? So yeah, so I understand, but I have yet to see another person publicly voice any problems with one Paul Lynn. Who is this guy?
His name's Nacho.
Oh well, that makes perfect sense.
Nacho Poland.
And I think that, and trust me, Paul Lynn's approach should be a blueprint for the rest of you people, right? On the outside surface, pretend that you are only there to help and you're great. But on the inside, you are here to take over the middleweight champ of the world.
Yeah. Meanwhile, not even talk trash to anybody, even if you
good dude, respectful, good dude, well-mannered, well-raised. And you know where it comes from, too. Playing football, the ultimate team sport. You understand in that locker room. You understand pecking order, approach to athletics in general. It's a tough game. So there's, ain't no sissies allowed. So, yeah, Paul Lynn's a problem, man. The better he gets at arm wrestling, the more of a problem he is.
So with all that being said, have you played football yourself?
I played just in high school.
I got you.
And it was awesome. I mean, I bet you that there are tons of baseball, hockey, football, soccer, every other sport that they were better at those sports, which I was better at baseball. But still, those people, if they played football, they most likely got a feeling from those Friday night lights that you cannot put a price on.
Okay, interesting.
Special, Artem, special.
Well, I mean, it's football by itself, yeah. But I feel like if you're talking about Paul Lynn being a great guy in football, like just generally, I think being part of some type of sport, athletics, where you get hazing and beating and performance, yeah, it'll change you for the better. If you
no doubt
going through second and third puberty. John Hutchingson, we want to thank you personally from me and Travis Bagent for purchasing one more signed card.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Thank you, Garage Grinders, for purchasing a
card. Well, Mr. Hutchinson, it has already been delivered. I got the notification on my phone just now. Enjoy your card and I can see that. That's how quick the service is here at pullingfortherams.com. Hey, tell John I'll send him a picture of it. Nah, it'll be in the mail in a couple days, player. I can't wait for everyone to get it.
And Davenport, Florida. You better put it in the address. Oh man, Victor, I'm sorry we answered this question earlier. However, this is such a brilliant question for this podcast that's usually doesn't really get raised up so often. So with that being said, I would like to ask Travis this again because I could never get enough of it. Victor E, will be Travis? I guess I'm assuming will be Travis Bagent back by the end of the year? Travis, such a rare, unique question. Will you be
I
back?
honestly, I never really I've been waiting for that question. That's something that hasn't came up for at least 3 minutes. I 100% will be back before the first of the year. So I appreciate you asking, and that is exactly the day that I will be back. Will be early next year.
Awesome. When is your so on a serious note, when is your next practice? Are you done even trying?
We practice every Tuesday.
Okay, so you have been on the table?
Oh, every Tuesday.
Okay, gotcha. Your brother's done coming?
No, my brother broke his right arm at arm wrestling practice, and he is completely retired.
Okay, so you got good group of guys coming in?
Yeah, Junior Hostler. What we got? Tom Watson, Mike Verts.
Is Art still coming by?
Nope, Art moved to the city, man. He's either in New York or LA. I don't even know. He went big time, Wall Street.
Oh man, just went from the rural to the city, man.
Met a super rich dude. They started a company. He's killing it.
Don made a meal prepping company, whitened his teeth.
Yeah, Art, if you're watching this, we would like for you to show me what kind of pimps you guys are and get that $5,000 package. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Because you know what? I look at the footage of the channel, like people like to see you practice doing something at the table. So it's like
really? Well, that's amazing, Artem. I would have no clue.
Right.
That people would love to see that. Maybe I'll every Tuesday go live at practice.
Maybe send me a video too. Maybe send me a video. You don't know, but you're beating Bob Savick down in Fort Myers. It's 70,000 views by now.
Yeah, Bobby.
And
I felt good that day.
And to let everybody know how lazy arm wrestlers are, I asked 3 different people at the practice, yo, Travis is going to be down there. I need some vertical footage. I don't need no fucking camera. Somebody pull your phone out and do this for me for 15 seconds. Send it back to me. Nobody out of 3 people, but Travis Bagent himself on his own phone sent me some stuff.
Nice.
And y'all acting like somebody wants to get paid. Come on, guys. We get all the money here in the week 26 episode in. You know how expensive it gets? We can afford anybody, but nobody wants to work. Hey, I have another great prediction for you.
Okay.
Because I don't know, we haven't really gone into details, but that's next big thing for me. As soon as if Pablo puts me back together and puts me back in the box, sends me back to Florida, I may come out of it and go May 27th to Ohio, where I'm going to arm wrestle Todd Hutchings, left and right arm.
You actually might beat Todd left-handed.
Last year, I'm pretty sure you made a lot of fun of me and said something like it. I only got 1 pin. And Todd himself said before, after this thing, he was like, I honestly thought, you're going to get a left-handed, so it's all good.
It appears to me that from looking at Todd, that he has shattered every single bone in his left hand. And if you can't beat him now, you should just not even come back from Ohio when you go. My goodness, he looked like he had a big club hand there. Everything is destroyed.
Dude, yeah, he did to his left hand, right? Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Don't be coming to me with no big praise because you beat a crippled man, and that don't try to move up on the rankings because of this. No chance. He can't put you first place already just because you beat Todd. Todd's handicapped.
Dude, that'll be awesome. But yeah, no, you know what? It's almost like he just won some challenge because he might not film it right-handed, but we both won the right hand, right? The left hand is like whatever, but it feels like, yeah.
Oh well. Listen, you're gonna get your ass handed to you right-handed. So shut the fuck up. Don't even talk about it.
All right. Well, okay. So
yeah, scratch that fucking thing off. Just put suicide right beside that. No fucking chance.
Right. So let me break it down for you now.
You got a better chance of getting Pablo pregnant than you do of beating Todd Hutchings in an arm wrestling super match right hand.
Man. Well, hold on. Me and Todd starting right hand first round, second round left-handed, and then back to right, back, whatever, until each arm reaches number 3.
I don't care if you wait till Todd goes to sleep right-handed. He's going to wake up, catch your ass at 10 o'clock, and it's over. What are you talking about?
What if I so much stronger left-handed to where I can just gas him out with one part of his body and, resurface back? Is that the plan?
Yeah, you better not. You see any opening to get a win left-handed, you take it.
Okay.
Because that hourglass could be happening too. Be careful now. Be careful.
That's what I figured last time.
Yeah. And also, make sure you recognize when he is in fact bleeding you right-handed. When he does to you what you just said, flipped, don't you fall for it so that you can't beat him left-handed after that.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
He's liable to give you the whole thing and then bring it on back. Be careful with that cat.
Yeah. Well, I guess I only have one path, and it's to beat him as fast as possible and top roll. That's it. Anything else?
And what time is this happening? If you catch that man at 8 o'clock at night, 32 Miller High Lifes in.
Oh, you don't know.
You might whack him, but
you don't know.
Pull him at 9 in the morning, you in trouble.
Yeah, you don't know, Travis, do you? When the last time you seen Todd?
I don't know. Tell me.
Todd has not been drinking at night for the good year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, well, cancel the match. Cancel the match then.
Dude, last time I come for this exact match, May 27th, Friday, I'm in Columbus Airport. Todd picks me up. We may or may not have one beer. As we get home, not saying anything about drinking in the car. It's illegal. So we might have one Miller High Life when we get home. On the way there, I get talk trash to how I'm trash arm wrestler. I can't be a chance show and I shall kill myself. If I can't be a chance, what have I been doing here? And then thinking trash talk is over, we're about to pound another 24. Todd goes to bed, says good night. Just 1.5 beer, that's it. So yeah, and then I talked to his lovely lady who's been telling me like, yeah, you watch those videos that he's been drinking at the videos. Those bottles are props that have empties and shit and whatnots. And Todd does no drinking.
Wow, just let me be perfectly clear. If Todd Hutchings has faked his drinking, he is the greatest actor in the history of mankind. And I'm also do not care. But if he isn't drinking, then yeah, there's no time of day. But I gotta imagine the best time for a guy like you to sneak in is when he is celebrating his 40th birthday party and is wasted in the back of a strip club throwing up. That's the only time I would recommend you pulling him in a right-hand super match. That's all I'm saying.
It's halfway there. It's his birthday party, but it's about like maybe noon to 1 o'clock. And
or you better be careful. He's liable to get real drunk and beat somebody up if he ain't been drinking. You know how that happens when they relapse.
I mean, oh, no. I just told you he's not drinking 36 at night. He will drink 36 during the practice. You know, I mean, that's.
Woo! Yeah, well, just make sure you get him late as possible. You might catch him.
All right, so you said I shall fuck around the practice, maybe push some people around, wait till like 6 to 7 when the sun.
And what's wrong with you getting him a fifth of Maker's Mark? That's a $52 investment. Just in case, because it's his birthday, he turns that up too.
Okay. Okay.
Now you're dealing with someone whose equilibrium is over, and then you whack a lack. It was on.
Oh, it gets him stronger.
Just saying, you trying to win or not? I don't know.
I am. So
How
yeah,
serious are you? How serious?
that should make it in the book. That should make it in the book. That's funny you said that. The first time I ever practiced with Todd to where I felt like I got something was at our house in St. Augustine. Well, like 2 a.m. after when I got him down for a seminar, and he done drank like, like maybe 24 beers.
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m. and like seminars tomorrow. He's like, all right, let's see what you got. I'm like, oh shit, that's on now. And I was making some purchase for the first time left-handed, and he was bigging me, but like it was still different. He's like, hey, was it like that the first time? The first time I can show you the footage, you were stacking of elbow pads so I can get something on you. That's how bad that was. First time.
Yeah. And also too, his willingness left-handed to straighten up is pretty awesome. I feel like right-handed, he is starting to hog a little bit, but left-handed he seems to be really generous with with the grip.
Right, which that doesn't help you at all. Like, dude, can I get the opposite? Can you straighten out a little bit more with that hand? That a little less scary.
No doubt.
Man, that's cool. All right, well, Travis, we've been up here for a whole hour discussing.
Good. Let me go. I got to go get on this radio station, man. What time is it? 11:30.
It's 11:32, player.
Oh, perfect. All right, man. That's a quick hour. You guys are awesome. We'll see you tomorrow. Or no, we'll see you Wednesday night. No, we can't do it Wednesday night. It's gonna have to be I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe next Monday. You might not see me till next Monday.
Man, that could be the last podcast.
Maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday we can get on. Everything will be done, and we can get John on a Sunday. It's a lot better than Monday.
Sunday night, last podcast. If Tyson gets done.
Yeah, it'd be my retirement. My retirement from the podcast business if we're early.
All right, guys. The best case scenario, we'll see us on the podcast. I mean, the best case scenario, we'll see a bunch of more, but I have a feeling it will be the last one that Sunday.
Pulling for the Rams.
Make sure to go pullingfortherams.com and purchase a card. Travis already exited out. Yes, sir. Travis is out of the show. What am I stepping on over here? What the hell? Oh, that's important. All right, everybody. He's still recovering from the dog crushing him. Ah! Man, pull code trade. All right. Paul, everybody, thank you for being here, guys. We've been trying to stay alive, for as long as Travis is in the podcast business. Hopefully, Tyson's get drafted first. So comes this Saturday, Travis and Tyson are millionaires, and maybe we're not going to see another podcast, but hopefully Tyson still gets drafted first, and Travis is back in arm wrestling, and we're still doing this podcast as many and as much as possible. Is this Nacho guy? I just rarely see his comments, and they're like, should I block him? We're off topic. Pauline is still weak. Sasha 3-0. I like how people are saying, like, how can you say that Pauline is weak? Like, I get it. Like, if Pauline is pulling Levan Siganashvili, neither one of them are weak. It's just one of them not going to be the winner of the match. But how can you say that one person is weak when you're talking about fucking a professional athlete? Well, Nacho, just be careful with your comments, because I can make you move on a lot faster than you waiting for Sasha beating Paul. Only takes me or Benji one click of a button, young man. All right, everybody. I'm sorry with all of your healthy obsessions for Paul Lynn. Paul is a beautiful guy. I'm gonna go. It's 11:35. I need to go do something. We do have $20 super chat over here, which by the time we have to split this money with Travis as an investor, get some taxes out of it, I have about $7.99 to go buy me a Chipotle and ask for a water cup so it can get me a Sprite. Because $8.99 doesn't get you fucking drink. Have to either go to Walmart, get my avocado to make me the guac because I'm trying to save $2.50. You know what I'm saying? All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. We'll try to do it as